show this week, we bring you corporate honchos, government voices and rising stars from the golfing arena.
What Rory is doing is inspiring a lot of young guys to, play well.
When people say you are not as global as Shanghai, I don't agree.
Sometimes I get my male colleagues to say, oh, I'm going out golfing with this customer. And I say, oh, then why am I in the office, right? I need to be also going out with the customers.
And in news, Tom Lehman wins the Champions Tour Player of the Year.
This is a par 4?
Yeah, sure. It's a par 4, right?
Let's try and see.
Gives me great pleasure to host you, Ming. Thanks very much for joining us on the show.
My pleasure.
The lady who heads HSBC in Mauritius, a big job and one that's getting challenging by the day. How has it been, your experience here?
Well, it's been 6 months for me. I came from Singapore. Many would have thought, why would I want to leave a bustling city like Singapore to come to Mauritius? I've never been bored, ever since I stepped on the shore of Mauritius. There's just so much to do. And in an organization like HSBC, equal opportunity is given to everybody. For me, this is my first posting, first time I've lived outside Singapore. And it's truly for you, it's up to you whether you want to take up the challenge or not, I would say.
How did golf happen to you?
Well, I started about 8-9 years ago. And the person who really got me interested was my brother. And it was sort of also, because I have been always doing corporate work and I've always been, looking after customers. And I felt that it would be good if I also have golf as a skill, because, a lot of times, sometimes I get my male colleagues to say, oh, I'm going out golfing with this customer. And I say, oh, then why am I in the office, right? I need to be also going out with the customers. And like it or not, sometimes some customers, they won't want to do anything because if they are passionate about golf, even if you invite them out for lunch or dinner, they have no interest. But you say, okay, let's go golfing.
Especially if some of these customers happen to come from Japan, you totally forget about everything else and they will be on the course. And then they don't mind talking business as long as you've got a club along in your hand.
Yeah, that's right. And then give you access,
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Nice line. Fabulous.
Come on. Yes.
Fabulous. It's been such pleasure chatting with you about golf, business. What are your ambitions in life? I'm sure there are times when you say, okay, I've done enough of both banking and playing. Now let me pursue another passion.
You won't believe it. I think, for me, I have never said, I want to do this or I want to do that. I think it's just a matter of I'm enjoying every day and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And this itself, being, coming here to run the operations in Mauritius itself is a fantastic challenge and experience for me. And I think the next thing I want to do, I want to continue to go and do more.
Fabulous. And
Yes.
I want to also learn French as she is. Well, good luck with French, banking and everything else. Thanks for joining us.
Merci.
Colin Montgomery, thank you very much for joining us.
Not at all, thank you. Delighted to be here.
You've got many, many fans back in India. The golf scene is changing rapidly and there's so much talk about India, China in the golf scene. Do you really believe it's out there?
Oh, very much so. I think golf now being part of the Olympic movement as well, I think it'll give another boom to India, China. When you think of it's a third of the world's population and it hasn't quite gone into this golf market yet in a big way, the way that the rest of the Europe, America and here in the Middle East have, and it's the next stage. And with, of course, the new middle classes, I suppose, being more and more in India and in China, that golf is bound to boom within these areas. And I do hope so.
Is it because also many times people say that the recession has sort of sucked out the market from America and Europe, particularly Western Europe,
Yes.
that the only choice to make money with the game is to go down to
Well,
Eastern...
not necessarily money with the game. My goal really to around my golf design business is to give opportunity to others, whether in a private way or in a public, in a municipal way. So I would love to be seen to having left golf courses, whether it's to make money or not, in a so-called property sense or whatever, but just to give opportunity for developing countries such as India, such as China, to develop the game of golf and to play the game of golf. I was lucky, I was given opportunity to play the game of golf. Coming from Scotland, we have more golf courses than anywhere else in the world, right? You know, so I was lucky, I was given opportunity, but I would love to give opportunity to others. And I've started this here in the Middle East with the Montgomery Dubai, the one in Bahrain, the Royal Club, and so I would love to be able to give opportunity to others to play the great game of golf.
What have you felt about Indian golfers who are now sort of coming to top? You've got, besides Arjun Atwal's victory, that's helped a lot, I must say.
Yes, it
but
has. And Jeev Milkha Singh has been superb for our European tour.
Yeah.
We have Indian winners on the European tour, Indian winners now on the US tour. Is Arjun Atwal, as you say. So this helps as well to have world stars. This has helped Germany. Bernhard Langer helped Germany in golf.
Yeah.
Boris Becker and Steffi Graf helped the German tennis.
Yeah.
So yes, you need local players, and this is why it's great to have Emiratis, especially in Dubai here, playing the game, because the more play opportunity, then we will get champions from that.
Well, it's been a pleasure speaking to you, and thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me.
Look forward to seeing you in India.
We will indeed. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much. Lovely.
Everybody should be in the service. Impartial. Be impartial.
When people say you are not as global as Shanghai, I don't agree.